Oh, hey, do you like my new fashion accessories? This is just a small piece of what being a landlord of hundreds of units looks like. In today's video, I'm going to show you why I'm getting rid of the old purse of keys and signing up for keyless deadbolts. I'm Jennifer Rulins, landlord, educator, advocate, and broker at One Focus Property Management. And today's video, I'm showing you how I am getting rid of, this is just one very small part of the key problem we have here at One Focus. You know, hard pass keys like this, really a thing of the past. I used to say that the gold standard for investors who had a large amount of properties was master keying the property, which was a bit of an upfront expense, but it made it very easy for the owner, for vendors, for management to come and go from the properties. And I've really been a proponent of that for about the 20 years I've been in business. But officially, in the last month or two, I've converted. We're going keyless. So at One Focus Property Management, we're actually going to be rekeying our portfolio over time to keyless entry deadbolts. In our case, we're going to use the Schlage ones, and I'll tell you why. So why are we going to the expense to make this major change in our processes and properties? Well, it's really about saving our clients money and making their experience with the investment better, along with giving them something on their properties that tenants want so much. They love these keyless entry deadbolts. So what's costing money about having hard pass keys? Well, there's the expense in keying and rekeying them. So it's very uncommon for an entire property to be all on one key, which is a really unmanageable situation, both for tenants and landlords. So we'd like to have those all keyed the same. That's an expense. And then when you change tenants or the tenant changes roommates, sometimes they want a key change when that happens. So sometimes it's the tenant's, financial responsibility, and sometimes it's the investors. But when you're using an electronic lock, this is a simple process. You don't need to be a handyman. Everybody in my company can do this. And it's a quick and easy task that you can handle yourself very easily. The other issue would be getting access to the property, which is a lot harder with a hard pass key than a keyless deadbolt, where you're able to use a standard code. Perhaps you have a management code or an owner code that's separate from your tenant code, enabling you to get access, and the tenant can't actually lock you out. Unless they change the entire lock, they can't get that code out of there because you're using the programming code to override the system. Another issue we find that costs owners money is the inability for vendors or maintenance technicians to access the property. Whether that's because the keys got an issue with it, the lock's been changed, or maybe the keys are just scrambled up with other keys and sort of misplaced. In any case, this costs a lot of time and money. This is a problem all investors have. I meet with investors all the time, and they often have, sometimes those cups from the gas station full of keys, or Ziploc bags, or things like this. It's really difficult for them. And I'll tell you, I used to say to investors, if you're serious about your business, get a master key system. I'm now saying get these Schlage locks. A couple other things about how these work. So the locks come pre-coded with two codes. So one can be your code as the investor or the manager of the property, and that can remain stable. In our case, we're only assigning one management code per door. A unique one for each door, not one in general. This is keeping the properties more secure. So those codes are stored securely and only accessed when we need to access the property. The tenant or tenants get their own codes, so they can be using a unique access to get into the property. And then you can actually set up more codes. Maybe you have other reasons to be entering, or you want other people to have access. And in that case, you can set them up, take them away. It's all really quite simple. Now, why are we using deadbolts and not doorknobs? Well, for an expense savings, we're choosing one or the other. And because in many of our municipalities, they require deadbolts, and we believe that deadbolts are the better choice if you're going to have one door lock, we're choosing to do it on the deadbolt. And then the handle can just be a passage handle without a lock on it. You're gonna get all the security and convenience that you need out of just this one little jobby. So wrapping up, we're using Schlage locks because we like this company. It's a great price point, fantastic quality, and we have some experience with these. We know that the batteries are lasting about 2 years with average wear. The final reason you really need to consider this is it is a small and very doable smart home upgrade for your tenants. They're loving conveniences like these, and when they tour properties that have them, they always comment about how much they like that feature. I hope you'll give us a subscribe, a like, ask a question, let me know what you want to know more about, and until next time.